Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 19th-ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hoosiers will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
RPO complete to open the drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Intercepted in the first drive, ends with a pick. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Using his legs, it's Isaac. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Trying to keep this drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding 2nd and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the 3rd down and short.
They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start in the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. He'll work his way down to the 28. Auburn lines up quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, he makes the catch. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Hoosiers Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Bishop. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's rushed. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the lone running back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. The Hoosiers want to move quickly. They'll run it on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the law.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration.
Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. First down and 10. Looking downfield on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Wants to go up top. Trying to bull his way in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he could do some damage, but they did a nice job containing the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry-up. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. With the catch, it's Rush. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rush. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and touchdown, Indiana! And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got the quick completion. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. A run to the right. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Can't get him to the ground. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Runs through a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Hoosiers are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. With the catch, it's Kane. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Auburn lines up quickly. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Catches and passes the sticks and still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. And it's caught. Touchdown, Auburn. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's got it on the right. There he goes. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Hoosiers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
And the quarterback takes a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start